Well, all right.
Let's get her going.
Let's do it. We are officially live. This is Tyler from Steambow, live from Austria. Just to talk to you about a few things. One, some history of our company, as well as one of our more popular products. But first, let's introduce these gentlemen here sitting with me. There at the end, we have Brad. He is our head of North American sales in the States. Right here, we have Gerald. He is our CEO and founder. And then, of course, me, Tyler. And thank you guys for waking up so early to be here with me. Like we said, it is pretty early over here in Austria. But without further ado, let's just kick it off. Gerald, I have a question for you first, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
What made you want to create Steambow as a company?
Steambow, how this company was founded? Well, I was at an engineering school, and later on I went to university to learn business administration, and then I was in the financial industry. So I tried to do something different, and I always had a sketchbook where I had some different ideas, and one of those ideas was a pneumatic self-cocking crossbow. It sounds really weird. It's a huge contraption. It works with existing crossbows, and when you push the button, you have it cocked by high pressure air. And because of external forces, because there's something that's driving the bow, we thought Steambow might be a really good name for it. But in the end, it turned out not to be a successful product. It was a technical marvel. People really liked it. The people that bought it were fascinated, and we got a lot of awesome feedback. Those units that we sold were mostly going to Germany, and that was really intriguing me, because I thought in Germany you can't hunt with a crossbow. It's not legal anywhere. You can't really have it for target shooting because there are no shooting sports for it. So my main question to our customers was, hey, why are you buying our products? And it turned out a lot of our customers use it for home defense. Well, then for me, the next logical step was, if you want a crossbow for home defense, well, then let's build you one. And that's how our first really successful product came to life, the Stinger 1 crossbow. And yeah, this is how Steambow started. So to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess you kind of touched on it there, but what separates Steambow from the other crossbows on the market, the other products?
I would say that the biggest difference is that we have no history in this industry. We are absolutely newcomers. We have no blind spots, and when we entered the market, our aim was to use our engineering expertise to bring something new to the market. Yeah? And we picked up the age-old concept of a repeating crossbow and just brought it to the 21st century. And we are definitely the first crossbow company that was doing that. With our Stinger, which came out in 2019. And now we have like 2 companies or 3 companies out in the market, and we have a real industry. Repeating crossbows are a thing now, and we're very glad that we are one of the big players in this niche. Yeah. So to speak. Yeah. Well, when we made our first crossbow, the Stinger 1, it was a very expensive product. It's made from CNC machined aluminum. It was mounted. Actually, only the magazine is our product. The pistol crossbow, the basic, was something that was existing on the market, and pretty soon into this project, can you please give me the AR6? We decided we make our own complete crossbow. This is the Stinger 2, now called the AR6 Tactical. And this was the first product that we completely made with our own tools in Taiwan, injection molded.
And building off this AR6 Stinger, the upgraded version, the M10, what inspired you to create that, which is now our most popular product?
Yeah, one thing about us is that we really like to integrate your feedback, customer feedback, and integrated it into the next generation, so to speak, the M10. Now you have a manual safety, and it's very easy to operate one-handed. And of course, I have detachable box magazines.
And got our first question over there for you, Brad. What is your favorite thing about this M10?
Well, my background, I come out of, the firearms industry, and most of my career was spent with black guns, ARs, tactical shotguns. And so when I got invited to come over and join the Steambow team, the first thing that I discovered and what I loved about the product is, being an American and we all play with ARs and stuff, was how I always describe this as the AR of crossbows. And what I mean by that is, and Gerald touched on it, is if you have an AR-15 or if you don't, one of the things that's really cool about them is, like you said, you can break it open like this, and then this top part on ARs is modular. So you may own an AR that's chambered for 5.56, but you can very quickly buy a different upper and change that to a different caliber, to a 300 blackout, or you can customize it for a 22 long rifle, and so on and so forth, a 6.5 Grendel. And that's really the modular concept is something that we're doing with this crossbow, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is doing anything like that. So later on, we'll talk about it some more with some of the new stuff coming out. But for example, if you owned one of the older versions, like the AR-6 that we talked about, where when we first started producing the bow ourselves, both the upper and lower, if you owned that, when we rolled this out last summer, all you had to buy was the upper, and you could convert your AR-6 for the most part to an M10 and now have the detachable magazine. And that's the other thing about this that I love is the fact that this magazine, again, if you're an AR guy like myself, is almost the exact same dimensions and size as an AR 30-round PMag. So it goes into existing magazine pouches that were designed for AR 30-round PMags pouches. It has the same feel and vibe. If you're a recreational shooter like myself, you get all that same, fun of clicking in the magazine, doing mag swaps. And the other thing, and we touch on it real quick, and I'll give it back to you, Tyler, is our ability to swap limbs. And so we send you with a limb, but if you want it to be a more a stronger limb, because maybe you want to hunt with this, and depending on what state you live in, you can hunt with this product. And so the limb that it comes with is a 75-pound limb, but if you want to upgrade it to all the way up to a 150-pound limb, you can. And all that you don't have to restring it. It's just that fast. And you don't have to be a bow tech. You don't have to have a workbench like you would with a full-size crossbow to make changes. It's a really easy product to modify and customize. And it just is ideal for the U.S. market in that way because we love customizing our stuff. Mm-hmm. The thing that most people, they love the idea, they love the product, but then when you show them how you cock it, that's when they really are blown away. And so it is a break action. And by that, I mean there's a little button here on the top of the buffer tube, and it just cocks like that. So you can get your hand out here if you have a stiffer limb and get more leverage. But it's really easy. You just go like that, and you're ready to go. So once you have your magazine loaded, you throw that in and cock it.
Shoot the Kuba.
There you go.
It's for him. We have
do another one. You got 10 shots. It just keeps going. Reload. Super fun.
It's really important for us, this modular concept. And it's not only about the uppers where you can choose the projectile, where you choose the caliber. It's also the lower where we have options, actually two. This is the tactical lower, as we call it, with this buttstock. By the way, that's a Missbach buffer tube, so you can mount any kind of hardware on it. The foregrip, it's mounted on a standard Picatinny rail, 21 millimeters, so any kind of... And we have two different kind of lowers. There's this tactical lower, the buttstock, and this compact lower with a direct pull system, and that transforms your crossbow into a pistol. Yeah? For example, here I have the M10 upper, and if I put the M10 upper onto the pistol lower, we have this really nice M10 compact. Right? So this modular system allows you to mix and match all components, 2 different lowers, 4 different uppers, and 7 different kinds of limb strengths.
Absolutely.
And we have a whole, end cap, if you will, of additional accessories. So, for example, this is Gerald's personal one. On this one, we've installed our proprietary folding stock. So this one will break down. You can pull that limb out, and it'll lay flat. Super easy. So lots of fun things you can do to it.